Barry, welcome back to Raith TV. The big weekends keep coming after last Saturday's highs. It's important that we try and keep ourselves as grounded as possible before going into a massive game at Starks Park tomorrow.
Yeah, I think so. It's a game we're looking forward to. Every game in this league is difficult, it's hard work, and any team can beat any team. So we've got a bit of momentum behind us, but as I said, we need to be the best that we can be tomorrow, because as I've said to our players, we have to be at our best all the time to win games, because the games are that tight. How
pleasing was it seeing that reaction? And you know, there's a lot of talk about the style of football that you like to play, and you've mentioned on here numerous times about the work rate that you like to see. And I think nothing shows a hard working team than a team that can go all the way to the bitter end and still manage to pull out a result.
Yeah, and that's credit to the players, and also credit to the fans. They're the ones that are there, as I said, pulling them in, and it makes a huge thing, that. And that's why we need a big crowd again tomorrow. We need a full backing. I think the players have got themselves in a good position, and it's a game that we are looking forward to, and it'd be great just to get the whole stadium full and pulling them along the way, and that would make it great tomorrow.
How much do you use Saturday's result, performance, feeling, atmosphere when you come back in on Monday, Tuesday during the week to try and, do you use it to galvanise the players to keep them going, or do you try and balance it off with just trying to keep focused on the next challenge ahead of us?
The game's gone. It's gone. The fans have had a great time, they enjoyed it. We've done our job, and we've got a massive game coming at the weekend. I always say that. I think, yeah, you can enjoy it for a couple of hours after the game, but that game's gone, and then what we have to do as members of staff and as players is you've got to prove yourself all over again, every time you play. And that's football, and that's what we have to try and do. And the game, again, which will be really difficult, we've got to go and prove it again. And that's how football works, and that's how, in this game, you can never get carried away with yourself, whatever happens, because, as I said, you've got to continuously prove yourselves, and us as a team need to go and prove ourselves again tomorrow.
I think I know what the answer to this question might be, but from your own perspective, it must be really pleasing when you go to your bench to make changes, use your subs and get them on to make an impact, and they come on and have such a big impact. It must be a pleasing thing for yourself.
Listen, it's a squad game, and they're just, every team member is as important as the other. We've had Aidan Conley come on and win his games. We've had Marsh go and scoring goals. We had Kai come on and went through 1-on-1, did brilliant. And we've got other players who've contributed a lot as well. So that for me is, they've always got to be ready. And the thing that I understand is with players, I've been a sub myself. I understand. I know exactly how they feel. But what I've always said to them is, be ready. And when you get your opportunity, take it. And it's quite harsh, because sometimes it might be not a whole game, it might be a short space of the game, but that's football again. That's what it is, and you've got to be ready. And the boys here have been really good. They work hard all week, every day, and warming up properly at half time, warming up properly at the side of the pitch. I'm watching them, I see them, and they've been good at that. So yeah, they're massively important for us in every game.
From a man management point of view, how do you instill that? Because you'll know yourself, if you've been a sub and you're sitting there, you want to play. You're maybe not that happy, and whether it be the last 5 minutes or first 5 minutes because there's been an injury. So how do you get into that mindset of the players that when I need you, you're going to need to come on and make that impact?
I think it's pretty simple. I'm pretty honest, and football can be quite a ruthless game. And when you're not getting in a team like I have been, and I don't perform, and you think, well, that's not fair, I've only had 20 minutes. The other one's had 60 minutes, but that's football. Well, life isn't fair. So that type of thing can happen in football as well. Been there myself. So when you get that opportunity, it's a small opportunity, it's a big opportunity, you've got to take it. You've got to be ready, you've got to be alive. And you might come on and it might be 5 minutes, but if I see a good attitude, I see good energy, perfect, well done. That's all I ask for. I don't ask to score, beat 3 players and stick in the top corner. That's all I ask for. And to be fair, the boys have been brilliant here, and every one of them, they come on, they work, they do well. So it is a bit challenging for them, but But for me, you've got to be a good teammate. I don't have any of this sulking. If you're not in the team, you need to support your teammate.
Yeah.
We're all the same. We're all in it together. We're all trying to get to the same destination. So, but I've never had any issues with them with that.
And then moving on to tomorrow, it is a big game. You've mentioned the importance of having the crowd here. It's going to be a busy day at Starks Park. As I said, it's the last Saturday home game that we'll have this season. How important is it that we get the right start, and what are we expecting from our opposition?
Well, Dougie, a tough team. They can play direct. They try and play a bit sometimes. Mix their system up a little bit. They've got some good players. So that's a tough game for us, as they all are. But for us, we need to keep at it. We need to, as I said to you before, the game's gone. Everything's you've got to prove yourself all over again. And as I said to them, don't take your foot off. If you just take your foot off the gas at 2, 3, 4%, you lose the game.
Yeah. And of course, they added the element to tomorrow is that tonight Partick Thistle are playing Falkirk in a game. Was that a game that you'll be keeping an eye on? Will you be watching it, or is it just all about focus for the 90 minutes tomorrow?
Yeah, no, listen, I always watch the games, whatever games is on the telly as well. So I actually try not to. Sometimes I watch that much games, I do that stuff in here. I actually try and switch off when I can, but it's never easy, is it, when there's a game of football on? So yeah, I'll be watching the game tonight. It makes no difference, no effect on what we're trying to achieve tomorrow. All we've got to do is be the best we can be and make sure that we try and win the game. As difficult as it will be, we will come out and we will go for it.
Brilliant, Barry. All the very best. Thank you very much.
Thank you.